On this episode of Inside Houston Real Estate, we are bringing you luxury in the country. We're about an hour north of Houston in Montgomery, and we are featuring a beautiful home built by J. Patrick Homes. So if you are looking for a more relaxed lifestyle away from the hustle and bustle of the city, this is definitely the tour for you. So let me give you the specs. This home is 4,913 square feet, built on an 80-foot wide home site. And by the way, they're the only builders that have 80-foot wide home sites in this community. 5 bedrooms, 6.5 baths, a beautiful media room, and a large loft game room. This home has it all. The base price is $796,990, but as featured today on this tour, this home comes in just a tick below $1 million. So without any further ado, let's get this tour started. So starting this tour on the outside of the home, you see you have a beautiful stucco and stone elevation. And I'll tell you, the last builder I worked for, when I had to spec a home, I always went with the stucco and stone. It sold so quickly. It's such a beautiful elevation. I love the dark trim, the paint around the window frames, the dark window frames, and take a look at that roof line. It's just a really nicely designed elevation. Now this is one of the elevations you can get, but I think they went with the right choice with this particular elevation for the model because it is very popular. Now, walking up towards the entry, you have steel and glass double door entry. And I'll point up, you can see this is pretty high because this is a 2-story home here. So nice presentation on the outside. And let's head in. All right, so my first impression stepping inside this beautiful home is the complete openness of the floor plan. So let's start here in the entry, and I'm going to assume that these are approximately 20 foot high, maybe a little bit higher ceilings here in the entry. And you can see the window on the outside here on the second level. So you have a nice open floor plan. I love the use of the chandeliers and how they put them here in the entry. So not only right when you step in, but as we work our way into the home, there's a second set of chandeliers hanging down. Now, immediately to the right, there is a study. And I was just meeting with the sales professional here. Her name is Teresa Martinez. And she's been doing this for a long time, just as long as I've been doing it. So this is her office. She stepped out to lunch, but if you work from home or need to have a study, this would be the study area. Now the door is locked, so we can't go inside, but you see that this is quite spacious. All right, and then to the left of the entry is a bedroom with an ensuite bath. So this is perfect for guests. It's also perfect if you have kids from college that have come back and they need their own bedroom and bathroom. This, I believe, is a queen size bed here, but you can obviously go king. And this builder, J. Patrick, one of my favorites, and we have featured them before on the channel in a community called Colton. And I will share that video or link to it at the end of this video so you can see another representation of their product. But they are known for having really nice sized closets, particularly in the secondary bedroom. So folks, take a look at this. Nice size for a secondary. Normally you'll open the door and this would be all you would have is this right in front. And they're deeper closets than normal as well. Let's work our way into the ensuite bathroom. You have the Calcutta Flutter quartz countertops. Love the color combinations in here, kind of the earthier tones. And blues are making a serious comeback, whether it's cabinetry or tile. So this is a beautifully done shower, glass framed, and look at the tile surround laid in a vertical pattern going from floor to ceiling. And this is also mud set as well. So they didn't cut any corners here. Sometimes you go into secondary bedrooms and bathrooms and you will see an acrylic pan for the shower pan. All right, so that is secondary bedroom number 1. And next up, we're gonna go into the great room in the dining room area. Okay, so just stepping inside past the entry foyer, you have this beautiful open concept great room / dining room. Here you have a table for 8, a very large square table. I'm so used to seeing more rectangular shaped tables, so this is a nice touch to see a square table, particularly in this area because the area itself is square. Take a look at the wood beams giving you that waffle type tic-tac-toe design on the ceiling, and that's built inside of the tray there. Really nicely done. You have luxury vinyl plank flooring in here, and this may be even a higher grade, probably a level 2 vinyl plank flooring, so it's beautiful. And to the left here, you have your stairs that go up to the 2nd floor, which we will get to a little bit later in the presentation. All right, before we step into the great room, there is a coat closet here. And once again, I already talked about how much space they give in these closets. This one happens to go under the stairs. So this is great for storage, or it's great for your kids who are playing hide and go seek. This home is beautifully decorated, and moving into your living area, I absolutely love the fireplace. Look at the tile work and the stonework done around the fireplace, and that is one of your linear electric. I'm pretty sure that you can change the color of the flames on there, and you have a nice wood backdrop going all the way up to the ceiling, and that really gives this space some added dimension. You have your TV here to the left and some built-in cabinetry. Now that is kind of unique because normally you see the TV directly around or above the fireplace. So drop a comment below. What are your thoughts of that, where the TV is slightly off-centered? So for me personally, I would probably hang it above the fireplace, but as you can see, the fireplace is pushed a little bit to the right as well. So I kind of like the design, but I still would go with the TV above. That's just my personal preference. So love to hear your thoughts on that. Now, your primary bedroom is off to the right in the corner there, and we're going to get to that in a second. But take a look at the height of the ceilings in here. Beautiful ceiling fan, almost like a commercial ceiling fan. Look at the length of the blades on there. And you have this beautiful banister and railing system that maintains the open feel of the floor plan. And I love the fact that you can basically be anywhere. You could be in the kitchen, you could be in the formal dining area, you could be in the breakfast nook area, which we're going to get to in a second. And if you are entertaining in this home, you can see everything that's going on from the kitchen. So wonderful layout. All right, so let's work our way into the kitchen. And I want to start with this waterfall edge island. Absolutely beautiful countertops. And the choice of your hardware in here, from your cabinet pulls, your drawers, and the pendant lights, which are kind of mini chandeliers. They all are the same color, so the designers have done an exceptional job here. Great appliances. This is the GE Cafe line, and this may be the second time I'm seeing this new refrigerator that they've come out with, which is a double French door basically, so for your refrigerator as well as your freezer below. They have done this kitchen justice by taking the cabinets all the way up to the ceiling, and they've added some glass fronts, so when you want to highlight some of your, whether it's beautiful dishes or glasses or vases, you can do that up above. You have a built-in microwave, full tile backsplash, under cabinet lighting. You have a 5-burner cooktop and a pot filler. And for those of you who've been following my channel, you know I absolutely love the pot fillers. How could you have a home of this magnitude and not have a pot filler in the kitchen? So this is more of a chef's kitchen, nicely done. A beautiful frame around this vent hood. I'm really liking what I'm seeing here. You also have a built-in double oven. And on the inside of the island is your dishwasher, also part of the cafe series. And here to the left is your trash pullout. And might I add that the cabinets and the drawers are on a soft close system, which is nowadays in homes like this are becoming kind of standard. It's not surprising to see it anymore. And the other thing that I failed to point out is on either side of the cooktop, you have your pull-out cabinets. So the one there to the left is for spices. And then here to the right side, you have one for your tall utensils, spoons, and spatulas and things of that nature. So a very nicely designed kitchen layout. All right, just off of the kitchen is your breakfast nook. And you have, as you can see, a lot of windows in this house which provide for great natural lighting to come through. And I like this, that they open this up like this. Now this is a sliding door, and we're gonna go out to the backyard in a second. Now these are 80-foot lots. So for those of you who are looking for a lot more space or backyard space, this is the builder to work with out here in this community, because they're the only ones that have 80-foot wide home sites. All right, now tucked away behind the kitchen is what we're gonna call your pool bathroom. Now, this model doesn't have a pool, but this bathroom has access to go out into the backyard. So here again, you're seeing blue cabinets, and you're seeing a very nice blue tile throughout the shower. And let me open up the glass so you can see it a little bit better, because there's a slight reflection there. All right, that looks much nicer. Also mud set. Nice large shower head. You have a frosted glass landscape window, and I believe that's actually called more reeded glass. Might not pick up well on the video, but it's nice. And this shower also has a bench in it. So this is great, particularly as a guest bathroom or a bathroom when you're entertaining and you have people out in the backyard. They can come in through here as opposed to going in from the great room to and from. All right, before we go outside, let's go take a look at this beautiful primary bedroom. All right, so let's head to the primary bedroom, and this is a nice feature. You don't want the primary bedroom's door to necessarily be seen from the living area. So I like the fact how this floor plan is designed, where the door that leads into the primary is kind of tucked a little bit away around the corner. You do have these nice niches here, so obviously a great place to put some art right here as well. You have 8-foot high door frames here on this floor. And take a look at this beautiful, large primary bedroom. Now that is a king-size bed to give you some scale. The tray ceilings are included here. Now here they add some extra design touches, so it's more of a kind of a waffle-like ceiling. So that would be probably a little bit extra. I love the wood-paneled headboard wall, great wall for an accent like they've done here. And you have a bump out. Now, Teresa explained to me that this room can be built with a fireplace there. They can even bump this out. So this builder, J. Patrick, they actually will do some kind of semi-custom options for you. So you can kind of let them know if you want some changes made to the floor plan, and they very well may be able to accommodate you. So that's a nice thing to know when you don't want your house to look exactly like everybody else's. All right, so let me step back so you can get a better view of the entire primary bedroom. And you can see it's quite large. That is a 9-drawer dresser right there, and you have plenty of room on each side of that. And then talking about the king-size bed, you have this big chase at the foot of the bed, and there's still plenty of room to walk around. All right, going into the primary bathroom, you have a double door entry. And this bathroom is nice and spacious. So I love that you have separated sink areas. So for partners, husband and wives, you have your own little area. You have a tray ceiling here in the bathroom. And there is a full tile surround going from floor to ceiling. So that is nice. And we see this a lot when we're filming these custom homes inside the city. This has become quite popular. All right, beautiful tile here. And then here to my left is you have your linen closet. And you can see that is quite wide as well. So you can get a lot of towels, washcloths, and so forth in here. Plenty of shelves. And this, I'm not going to quite call it a car wash shower because you can only enter and exit on one side. But look at the size of this shower. Love the tile work in here. And the other thing I'll point out is they have selected different tile throughout this home. So not everything is just the same and duplicated. So they took their time with the interior design. But this is beautifully done. Floor to ceiling surround tile. You have 2 sets of shampoo bottle niches, as you can see here, one on the left, and there's one on the opposite side as well. 2 shower heads, plenty of space in here for 2 people, glass framed, and a long bench here. So I like the presentation of this bathroom, and there is a water closet to the left. And it's not one of those tiny water closets where you can barely close the door after you sit down on the toilet. There's plenty of room in here. So there's your water closet. And here is your primary closet. And you have a double door entry leading into that as well. I like how they separated the sides of this closet by putting the compartment straight in the middle. Now, for those of you who follow the channel, you know I'm always talking about my wife and her requirements for closet space, and she would absolutely have to have this entire closet for herself. So, ladies, men, drop a comment below. Do you need or prefer to have your own separate closet? Or are you okay sharing a closet with your partner or your spouse? But for one closet, I think this is nicely designed from the builder. Obviously, you can have a company come out and do a closet design, whether it be a California Closets or another company, and really give yourself some more space and completely customize this. But for a builder design closet, I think it's well done. All right. Got to talk about this standalone soaking tub before we leave the bathroom. And you have that reeded glass, large landscape picture window above. And so you still have the natural light coming in. I just think this bathroom is very well done, especially for more of what I'm going to call kind of a production home with the opportunity to make some customizations to it. All right, so that is your primary bedroom. Now, before we head up to the second floor, a couple other areas I need to point out, one being the utility room in the pantry will cover the backyard, and then we will head up and show you the beautiful second level. All right, so just adjacent the kitchen is going to be your entry to your 3-car tandem garage, your pantry, and your utility room. So let's start with the pantry. And you can see this is nice size, plenty of shelving in here. These are deep shelves and they're wide. So you have a lot of room in here, and obviously you can go up even higher if you wanted to do some more customization in here. And then tucked away behind the pantry is your utility room. And it is a true utility room because it also has a sink. You have plenty of cabinet spaces, hanging areas. So nice size. And I also like the tile that they did in here for the floors. All right, so that is your utility room. And then if you are entering the home from the garage, you would come into this area. So let's take a look at this. Now, the first thing I notice is you have epoxy coating on the floors in here. And they do use this when they're working with buyers to pick stone and other things and brick samples. But this is a 3-car tandem garage. So I'm standing on the single car side right now. And then take a look at how deep this garage is. So you can easily fit 2 cars in here, bumper to bumper on the right-hand side. And obviously if this was your home, when you close on it, it's not gonna have all these cabinets built in. So it goes to show you that if you wanted to do some cabinets or maybe some type of little workshop area, this is a large enough garage to do that in. All right, so that is your 3-car tandem garage. Stick with me because we are gonna head up to the 2nd floor next, and up there, there's a beautiful media room, a large game room, and 3 additional bedrooms. All right, so let's go outside and check out this expansive backyard. So as we mentioned earlier, you have sliding glass doors that lead out, and we're now on your very nice size rear covered patio. So a lot of times we see these homes and the patio area is literally just covered directly behind the doors that lead outside. But let me step here a little bit to the right side, and you can see you have a nice fireplace, the painted ceiling up top with the ceiling fan. There's a nice size table here for seating for 6. And here to the right of the patio, you have another sofa, a chair, coffee table, 2nd ceiling fan, and you have your outdoor kitchen with a sink and a barbecue. And this is the door when we were in what I call the pool bathroom, leads out here. So this is a very nice setup. Once again, these are 80-foot wide Homesites. So you have a very large backyard. Plenty of room if you want to do a pool. I always like coming into model homes because you never know what the designers are going to do, the landscape architects, what they're going to do. But here they just set up a nice area outside with a big kind of a copper-like fire pit in the middle. And that's a real wood burning. And we'll step out a little further so you can get a look at the rest of the yard and see how expansive it is. I mean, this is large enough. You could even do a pickleball court out here if that's your thing. Now, this is why people move out of the city and they come out to the country, because they want more space. They don't necessarily want the hustle and the bustle of the city, and they want something that's really relaxing. I'm currently working with some clients now who are going to build a family compound. So tomorrow we're actually looking at 16 acres where they're gonna put up possibly 4, maybe 5 houses and do a kind of barn dominium in the middle where everybody can kind of get together, and that'll be like a playhouse, if you will. So when you get outside the city, you can get some acreage. Now we are in a small master plan here, so you're not gonna get 16 acres, but this is an 80-foot lot. Take a look at the rear side of this home, and you can see you still have stone wrapping around. And that is your bedroom sticking out on the right-hand side. So you see you would have a nice view to the backyard from there. And I love all of the windows. So nice brick all the way around. On the second floor, you do have the planks, but it's minimal. Drop a comment below. What are your thoughts on this particular lot and home? All right, so let's head up to the second floor. And I like how the banister uses a nice open railing system, maintains the openness of the floor plan. You have nicely stained stairs. The back of the stairs are painted white. And as we make our way up, I want you to notice how open this feeling is here, looking down to the right and even into the entry foyer. All right, so at the top of the stairs here to the left, we have 2 bedrooms. They are both en suite with their bathrooms. And look at this, for a secondary bedroom, look at the size of this room. That is a king size bed. Now, for those of you who go out looking at model homes, you know that a lot of times the biggest complaint in these type of floor plans is the secondary bedrooms are kind of small. Well, that is clearly not the case here. You have a nice ceiling here, somewhat vaulted. Ensuite bathroom. And look at the tile work they did in here. Particularly in the tub shower area. Really nicely done. And this bathroom, instead of just being a wall here, they have a little kind of cutout space or bumped out space, and you can, as you see, they put a little kind of little lounge stool here. And so this is a good sized bathroom for a secondary bedroom. Now, we talked about closet space being large here in these homes. And I hate to keep saying for a secondary, but this is kind of surprising to me that you have this much closet space in a secondary bedroom. So when you're out shopping for homes, I really think if you have children or teenagers and they have a lot of things, these secondary closets are nice size. All right, so let's head down the hall. And before we get to secondary bedroom, I'm going to call it number 3. You do have a linen closet here in the hallway, has a double door entry. All right, secondary bedroom number 3. And this is also nice size. Now, they did not put a king size bed in here. This is a queen, but there is plenty of room in here if you wanted to do a king size bed. You have the same type kind of pitch ceiling in here as well. And let's start with the closet. And you can see this is just like the last bedroom we were in. A lot of space for a secondary. And if you wanted to do a custom closet, my goodness, you can fit a lot of things in here. All right, so let me step back so you can get a little bit more scale to the room. And you can see here off to the right, there's room to put a desk, bookshelves, and as I mentioned, you have an ensuite full bathroom. And I believe we saw this same tile earlier, but it was laid in a vertical pattern. So nice to see that they switched it up. And this bathroom as well has a little bump out, and they chose to put 2 stools here as opposed to the longer bench that we saw in the other bathroom. Full tile surround going all the way up to the ceiling. So they did not cut any corners here, and that's what I like about a builder like this. All right, so next up we are going to head to the game room and the media room. All right, another thing I love about this floor plan, not just the openness, but the fact that you have this second floor bridge, and it separates these 2 secondary bedrooms that we just saw from the opposite side, where you literally have a mother-in-law suite on the other side of the game room. So we're going to get to that in a second. But take a look at this right here. You have a nice overlook. As I mentioned, you have the open rails here, so everything flows nicely. A lot of natural light flowing through the space. That is your front door down there. Beautifully done. And then on the left side of the bridge is your living area. And look at all of the windows in here. This is just a wonderfully designed floor plan. All right, so continuing on, before we step into the loft game room area, you have a media room. And the media room has a double door entry leading in. And these are 8-foot high doors here leading into the media room. The other doors on this floor, your standard height 6'8", and that's okay. They tiered this up so you have a second level in this media room. Beautiful accent wall and sconce lighting. All right, so question, drop a comment below. Do you need to have a separate media room in your home, or do you like just watching TV in your bedroom or in your living area or great room? All right, so here is your game room area, and you can see they set it with ping pong, another table this was set up with Scrabble, but basically a card table. You have some more seating up here. You have a dartboard, pretty cool. There's also a tray ceiling. All right, so nice game room area, and from this side you have the overlook down into your living area. All right, now another surprise here is you have a half bath off of the game room. And so anybody up here enjoying themselves, they do not have to go into a bedroom to use the facilities. So nice size powder room, and that's really all you need in this area, but thoughtful design where they even included it. Now, this is a surprise. Now, this is a model, so they've done things a little bit differently, but this is a full-on kind of a primary bedroom, which you could call it a mother-in-law suite, or if you have a teenager or a person that's come back from college and they're living at home, which we're seeing a lot of that nowadays, they could have their own separate suite up here. And you have a beautiful built-in bench area here with some cabinet space below. Nice windows. And this is a king-size bed. So large bedroom here. You have a double door entry leading into your ensuite bathroom. Nice size tub. And they tiled around the apron of the tub, so that's a nice touch. Love the choice of the hardware in here, and it matches the border of the glass framed large walk-in shower. You also have 2 sinks in here. So really nice setup. Beautiful cabinetry, large mirror, and I like the vanity lighting as well. Take a look at this shower. You have a mud set floor, bench seating inside, and tile that goes all the way up to the ceiling. And they put in a little accent piece right there in the middle. Nice landscape window, and that window, by the way, does open. There is a latch on it, so you can open up. So, very nicely done. And then you have a linen closet. You can see these are deep shelves, and you also can step inside this closet. So it's not just you open the door and the shelves are right in front of your face. Your water closet is here to the right. And a very nice size walk-in closet. All right, so that basically wraps up the tour of the second floor. And we're gonna go back downstairs. I'm gonna show you the expansive backyard. That wraps up this latest episode of Inside Houston Real Estate. I'd like to give a huge thank you to Teresa Martinez for allowing me to film her beautiful model. J. Patrick Homes in this community is currently offering $80,000 towards options and $20,000 towards financing. They also have 4 inventory homes that they're offering $20,000 towards financing as well. So if you'd like some more information about this builder, this community, and this floor plan and others that they build, reach out. My contact information is below. Kindly consider subscribing to the channel. Hit that like button and the bell so you get notified when I release new videos like this each and every week. As always, thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one.